Alright. So,
Right.
for now, today, this very day that we're on, what the hell do I have going on? We're making the training grounds construction started. Okay, and there's nothing else going on, right? Hierovias is assigned for that. Okay. Yeah, we're going to Tiana's Pass today for at least a couple levels. I just saw a ghost. What was that all about? Did you see that? There was a purple light up here and it went away. I swear to God, I didn't imagine that. 2 days from now, when this stream is up on YouTube, if you don't believe me, and I'm totally not trying to show my YouTube channel, go check it out. There was a thing up here. This place is haunted. I mean, I already knew it was kind of haunted and there was some weird stuff going on, but it's even more haunted now than what it was. You know what? We're going to leave. We're not taking this way in. We're taking the master staircase because I am the master of Caed Nua. Actually, I should check. Nah, it doesn't look like anybody really needs healed here. That's good. Pretty much easily killed those things that I was dealing with on my last stream at the end. The shades and the forest lurkers that were in my castle. It kind of cracks me up when there's like invaders into this heavily walled fortress that you see here. The walls have been repaired. And somehow forest lurkers are able to get inside of my throne room, essentially. Like, how are they doing that exactly? Alright, we are at level... Oh, are we at 5? This thing looks pretty cool when you look at it. Alright, I think we were actually on level 7 though, so I gotta do some walking to get back down to where I was. This one. No, actually maybe it was 6. If that's the case, I'm not down as far as I thought, because this was where we killed the Drake. For some reason I thought we were on level 7. Let's see where we're at. Oh, yeah, we did go through this floor. This was the undead floor. So we were on 7. Mush. I kind of recall this next floor being a pain for some reason. Not as much of a pain as dealing with that Drake, but a pain. Fragments of faded Ingwithan ruins descend the length of these broken pillars. But why are what are these? Why were these people chained? Decorations, maybe? Actually, I don't think this is a... I was going to say I don't think this is a big floor, but yep, I was right. This floor is loaded with blights. Back up a bit because I don't want whatever's in this room coming out and joining up with this. Here, back up towards the entrance. Alright, get him. Flame blights with them. No fireballs for you guys. Okay. Earth blights are immune to slash. Idamak must have hurt that one then. Okay, Adir. Go after the... Wait a minute. Flame Blights are immune to Pierce, and Earth Blights are immune to Slash, so you should be going after the Flame Blight.
Following your lead.
Connor, you should put your gun back on. I wonder if the AI is smart enough to realize, okay, I can't hit this enemy with Pierce attacks, so I'm going to hit this other enemy with Pierce attacks, because that one might be not immune to it. Primal Rocks. Primal Rocks are what let me have corrode damage on my weapons, which is a moot point now because I put fire on everybody. Because of the spirits that ended up not being a big deal in that tower.
Right.
Alright, let's take a peek in this room here. I wonder if there's any traps. It's another Earth Blight. Alright, get him. Good thing about Blights is they don't seem like they're very strong.
Right.
There's one. 2. Alright.
Yeah.
Well, lots of Primal Rocks now. Yeah, there's some kind of a puzzle, I think, associated with this series of rooms here, if I remember. I have been here before. My past playthrough. The strange pedestal has a round depression at the top. It seems to be missing something. These machines, they were... Wait, what was that? It's like another line of dialogue. I think somebody else was talking in the middle of that and it didn't pop up on my screen here, so I don't know what they said. Pushing major regeneration.
Yeah.
You, god darn it. Liquid, you take that. Put your axe in the stash. I don't think I need that now. And take this moonstone. I want to see one thing real quick with Liquid. Okay. I was wondering how Liquid killed that thing if it was immune to slash, and I forgot that he had a flail now that I found for him. Took the place of his hatchet, which is apparently a good move that I made. Alright, so something's missing in this room. And this had Earth Blights in it. Now this one down here, from the crackling I hear, is probably a Fire Blight room. Be my guess. You look like Fire Blights. What is that? A Spectre. Spirits. I got a little something for you, buddy. I'm still built for spirit killing. Shoot, Kana. Go melee.
Hi.
Ooh, there's a lot of you guys. And unfortunately, you seem to have developed a taste for my distance fighters. Poor Itamok can't get in there. Or if I move you back and you back. Itamok, there you go. Alright, Spectres are down. Those things must blow up when they die. Explosive death, yes they do. And they hit for a good bit when they do. Alright, you guys are alright.
Yeah.
I think Flame Blights are probably going to be the worst of the Blights. I don't see Air Blights exploding. Strange Pedestal seems to be missing something. Let's head down here with detection on. Wind Blight and Shade. Alright. Wind Blights and another Shade. Okay, let's deal with this. Oh, crap. Back up, guys. Oh, he went down easy. Sagani. I need to put your arrows back on. Ooh, hey, this guy's still up. Wait, no, he's charmed.
Can't get a good shot.
Following your lead.
Kana, put your gun back.
Huh?
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 Huh? This looks like a room that might have some traps.
Sure.
Don't tell me to shh, I'm streaming, damn it. Fragments of faded and Gwithin ruins descend like these broken pillars, that's what the other one said. The engravings remain distant, something like that. Were these experiments? Pearl. Okay. Let's see what's over here. Is this chest trapped? No. Old copper key. This key is tarnished and worn with age. Rain prism. This pale triangular block of stone is covered in deep parallel grooves along its sides. Alright. Durance, you're in charge of that stuff. Ooh, another shade? Yeah. Let's come up this way, though, so we're not... We've got a bigger area to fight in. Sagani, poke it.
Ready, Watcher. Can't get a good shot with this.
Shades are definitely getting easier to kill than what they were before, so that's good.
Nice and quiet.
Let's go up here first. This looks like a big open area. It might have some... Beware, traveler. Greater souls than yours walk here. Animats. Turn back. Keep your courage and your spirit for the light. Adra Animat. That's a big one. Okay. How about you guys sit still for a minute? blight.
Braved out.
Hey,
Hey,
keeping an eye out.
alright, let's check down here. Oh, everybody, not just you. Fire prism. I'm half wondering if I do something with these prisms before I fight those animats if something happens. I have vague memories of that, but I could be completely wrong.
Dead on!
That's it!
It's another flame blight. Man, no, it's a torch. It's another blight room, and it's the wind blights.
Braved out the last
Oh shoot, everybody back up because you're all blocking each other. It's like they got specters backing them up too.
Right.
We're at that stage of things where everything is going down fairly easily.
braved out the last
Don't get used to it.
Nice and slow.
That's where the wind prism's gonna go. I do not have the wind prism yet. I can unlock that with the old copper key. Let's go up here though. This should be the water prism room.
braved out.
Okay, you guys get out of the way of it, Amok. He's actually doing good here. Go. Alright, now. Oh, you got slimes.
Can't get a
These things remind me of Jello. I was never a big fan of Jello. Some kind of pearls. Spirit shield. Somebody was taking these. Durance or Aloth? Durance.
Huh?
You shh. Okay, this looks empty. Okay. I only have the fire prism right now, so I maybe should check this room out here. Maybe I'll get the earth and the wind. Hello?
Steady does it.
A study. Gabranos' work must be about to attack us. Here somewhere. Oh no. This is a skeletal wizard. Oh, that's it.
Crave
One skeletal wizard.
This was Gabranos. This was the great scholar I was looking for.
People die, dude. You said he controlled the elements. Looks like this is what he used that for. But why? He traveled everywhere. Found traces of his work on 2 separate continents, and he ends his days here doing this. Was this the source of all that knowledge? Those experiments out there? The bodies? He was one man, that doesn't mean you were wrong about the rest of it. Maybe, but I was wrong about him for certain. I took him for an inspiration. I want it. Oh, never mind. Let's find a tablet and get out of here. Man, he didn't even become like a lich or anything. Just became like a skeleton wizard with a rod or whatever that was I just took off of him. Goldratt shoe. I should probably be looking for traps here. Pardon. No trap. That's the earth prism.
This can't be it. But the symbols. No. I was so close. Look, you can see there's his name. And these symbols. Virtue. Gods, the rest is too worn away. There must be something, a verse, even a word. Be like unto the waves, be wrathful as the sea, anything. Is there really nothing? Not even to explain this?
Kana looks about the room, his shoulders slumped. He bends over the shattered fragments, pulling the largest of them together. Removing a rolled piece of paper and a stick of charcoal from his pockets, he sets about forlorningly making a few rubbings. Maybe you could salvage some small part of it. Isn't it enough that you found it? What, this shattered mess? I might as well bring back an empty piece of parchment. Kana sighs and sets down his charcoal. He gazes down at the fragments. But it existed once. It was here, whole. He runs his fingers over the stone. Maybe you're right. Whatever's on that tablet your people made to Tenevi or Atoa maybe made it their own. What Gabranos thought about it doesn't matter. Kana frowns a little, his brow furrowing in thought. That is true enough. There were already differences in phrasing, and much of the chant has changed even in the past centuries. Better for us to go our own way and follow Gabranos' example. That does little to ease our conflicts. Kana gets back to his feet. I'll be glad to be out of this place, I think. I could use some air. Well, buddy. We're not done here yet. So you better get comfortable. Elwyn Ein. Unique wand, two-handed fast. Plus 25 freeze damage. Minus 5 accuracy, plus 4 accuracy, plus 15 damage. I'm not too impressed with that. Durance does not really do anything ice related, and Alos got his little staff thing that I like, so let's put that away for now. Somebody else might use it later. Maybe Hiravias has some use of it. Okay, now what all do I have in the way of these things? I think I only shut down one. I've got the others. I got wind, earth, and fire. Okay. This, I think, was wind. I think if I don't do this, those animats that are up there end up getting lots of blights that keep respawning. I think this might have been the rain one I already did. Yeah. I think I'm remembering that right. Either way, this is something I should do. So for safety's sake, before I fight those things, man, that was an earthy sound. Like, I'm greatly impressed with the earthiness of that sound they just had there. Alright, I think that was it. I'll save it and get ready for a fight here. Ooh, you guys got friends. Adrigan, Spectre, Animats I fought before, and whatever that big fella is. Okay, this might require a little bit of buffing. Durance. Heal. Aloth. Oh, you guys are immune to Sickened. But you're not immune to Corrosion. But then again, you've got... I wonder if Fire would be better against you guys. Let's try it. Oh, messed up that Spectre. Seemed to mess them up. Alright, Durance. Devotions for the Faithful. Aloth, let's do that fireball again. Killed the Animat. Actually, might have killed both of them. No, Inamok killed one. And we still got a Blight showing up. Oh, crap. Liquid, are you confused? Yeah, you are. You're dominated. Oh, crap. Not good. Durance. Actually, shoot, that Animat just came down, or whatever it is. A dragon. Kana. Go melee. Actually, before you do that, drop some resistances. Alright, the A-Dragon's charmed. You go after your buddy up here. Or don't. Whatever. Oh, I'm not wait. What the heck's... Oh, shoot. The deer's hurt. It's getting ugly. How am I getting rain blights? I thought I used the thing on that. Oh, shit. It's turning south in a hurry. I wonder if this guy up here is the one that's confusing everybody. Okay. Come on, guys. Aloth. What to do with you? What to do with you? Oh, if this guy's gonna sit here and do nothing. Might as well burn at the same time. Let's try to crush him. Shoot.
Following your lead.
Dead on.
That's it.
Connor, run away from Liquid. Give him something to do. Actually, Durance, you probably have something that will stop him from doing that. Something that stops mental attacks. Immunity to confused and dazed. I wonder if that counts as works against dominated too. It's worth a shot. I don't think that did anything. Either way, Durance, I need you to heal Kana. Ana, go. Oh crap. Kana, you're gonna die. Get this A-Dragon dead. Aloth, whatever you got, use it, because this thing ain't playing around. It's got a strong damage resistance against Pierce, that's part of the problem. Well, hopefully you don't like Corrode.
Following your lead.
Lavaru beyond sea.
Oh, shoot, Liquid.
Dead on.
Miss seeing if this did anything the first time.
Can't get a good shot.
He's got good damage resistance against Slash, too. Is he dead? He's dead. That guy was nasty.
Yeah.
Gwithin dagger. Actually, wait a minute. Aloth, what do you have for a dagger? That's probably not as good as what you have. No. Alright, that's it for this floor. Floor 7 down. Probably gonna have to rest once I get down to 8 here. Then again, something's walking around. Maybe it's in that room over there.
Hello? Hello?
Ooh, stop.
Always something new.
Ah, darn it. Still don't have enough mechanics.
Hey,
Itamok, take a walk. I hear skeletons again? Skeletal fighter, okay. I can handle that stuff. Maybe this is another undead floor. Oh, don't come down this way. Don't come down this way. Leave me alone. Okay.
Yeah.
I shall be quiet as a calm sea, which is not very quiet.
Can't get that door open. I should probably be looking for traps. I still am. That's good. Oh, darn it.
that's it!
Traps, be careful.
Hello? Hello?
Yeah, we might just be doing 2 floors of this and then coming back. Especially if I'm unable to open some of these doors with my mechanics being as low as they are. I might need some more building up here. So I really want to know what's in that door now. Ooh, what's that? Vampire. Oh, I remember this floor now. There's a few of those things. I don't know if they're supposed to be vampires. Something like vampires, maybe. And they got Dargles with them.
Ready, Watcher. My bow's ready.
Brave.
And it got a Skeletal Wizard with him. Scani, you know who to go for. Itamok.
That's no.
Brave.
Oh, you got more friends down here. Skeletal Ranger. This is the first game I think I've ever seen a Skeletal Ranger in. What's this? Fine Saber. This is a big floor from looks of it.
Margren's fire casts light in dark places.
What? Okay, Atria Beetle. Another one. And it doesn't look like there's anything that way, hopefully.
I'm here.
This
My
thing's
bow's
probably got really good defense. Three of you.
Brave thou
Head on!
That's not very helpful.
Kana. Just drop their damage resistance.
Sacre!
Sacre bleu. Not as bad as I thought.
Laying low.
I'm a dead end. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Is this what I think it is? This surely isn't that floor. Oh, crap. This may end up being a room that I come back to because I think I know what's on the other side of that bridge, and it is a very hard fight that I don't know if I'm ready for it.
Head on!
But I might try it.
Sure.
So far, every fight that I thought was going to be difficult in this has not been that bad, except for the Raedric fight. And I'm smarter at this than I was the last time I played it, so maybe I could survive it. If what I think is over there is in fact over there. Been
I'll
wrong
see
about a
what I
few
can
things
find.
playing this so far, so I might be wrong about that too. But I think there's a very rough fight over there. It's a dead end. More beetles.
brave thou Elon.
That might be the master staircase. Poor Itamok, it's been a while since you died. I'll take your shells if you don't mind.
Right.
Yeah, let me see. Is this the master staircase? Yes. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the place I'm thinking it is. So we're at least going to clear out this floor, the rest of the floor. This looks like another floor that's going to have a lot of traps on it here. was I here already? I think I was in this area already, maybe. Yeah.
Found something.
Sagani, maybe. I figured that's a fighter.
Yeah.
Let's see, you got a ranger, a wizard. I don't suppose I can interest you guys in a good time over here, away from the traps, can I? Come on, let's come fight over here. It'll be fun. Come on. Everybody run out of there. Liquid, that included you, but now you're engaged. Another vampire. Okay, you guys target the skeleton wizard. Alright, now you can do whatever you damn well please. Who are you? Aloth, what are you doing? Get back. Sagani Markham.
Ready. Can't get a good shot.
Well, try to do a wounding shot while you're not doing a good shot. Durance, why did you just decide to skip over this guy we're all trying to kill to go after the archer? Who's just hanging out minding his own business and ineffectively doing anything? Oh crap, somebody confused again. Adir is charmed. Everybody get away from him. He also, for some reason, has used his bow that I still have equipped on him for some reason that he never uses. So I guess if you want to play Archer for a few seconds, go for it. Okay, we all good? A fine morning star. Okay, let's carefully and discreetly walk around this trap.
Hello?
Oh god, you're not walking around it.
Ready, Watcher.
Okay, over here. There we go. You can do whatever you want in a mock because you apparently don't trigger traps because you're special. Let's turn around. Here's another one. Yeah, there's going to be a few of these, I have a feeling. Maybe don't stand on top of it, Adir, and actually switch back to your sword and shield. Okay, this way. And that takes us right back where we were. Turn back around. Straight up the middle here. Let's go straight up. This room looks like it's got some stuff in it. The runes and engravings upon this familiar machine are naturally well preserved. The machine itself remains inert and lifeless. Is this similar to the thing that happened early in the beginning of the game and afterward Liquid started to see dead people? Because that looks like that might be what that is.
Let's see this stubborn bastard.
Oh, you don't have enough mechanics for it. Shit. I'm gonna have to remember to come back to this floor at some point. Might have to come back to this floor to kill the boss because... Ugh. And we got more friendlies down here. Oh god. Oh god, what did you just trigger? Everybody stop. And Liquid just got knocked out. And that trap did not... Wait, is it gone? Or isn't it gone?
Light, flame, and sound. We'll keep to ourselves.
I think it's gone. We need Liquid to recover here for a second. Well, if I am going to kill that thing that I think is over this way, apparently we're going to need to camp again. I am half considering just saying screw it though and coming back. I can move the main quest along maybe. A ghoul, skeletal ranger, another vamp here. Skeletal wizard. That room's probably got traps in it too. A rogue and a rogue. Oh, Edamok, you're in trouble. Connor, you could feel. Oh, Jesus.
I'm here.
Aloth, shoot. Durance, you have to have something to deal with. Charmed and dominated here. Since that is confusion and diseased. And maybe you don't have anything yet. Maybe that's next level. Temporarily suspending hostile status effects on allies. I'm not sure what temporarily doing it's gonna do, but let's try it. I'm just curious what it does.
How bad? Can't get a good shot.
Okay, Kana, go play over here if you're gonna do that. Yeah, he is back to being charmed. Luckily, everything seems to be going nicely down this way. Sagani, move.
Ready one.
Ooh. Oh crap, don't fight around with traps, everybody. I shouldn't have let him up that way. Sagani, try to hold out for a bit. Adir, go after the vampire. I don't know what you're doing, but stop. Kana, are you back with us? No, you're... Oh, did you get dominated again? It says you're dominated, but you're attacking the vampire. I have no idea what's going on with you right now. And Sagani's dead. Hey, you guys, you mind helping? Aloth, what are you doing? Why are you using your dagger? Oh, you're dead. Jesus. don't know if I'm doing something wrong or the AI just completely shit the bed for this fight or what.
Rest up, big guy.
Okay, that was a gigantic failure.
Yeah.
Alright, everybody get this way. I'm severely disappointed in all of you.
Yeah.
Oh, for God's sakes. What did that do?
Brave thou Philophili.
Petrified, okay. Back looking for traps. Not a fan of this floor. Money, money, and an exceptional scepter. That's probably not as good as what Durance has, but... No. No, it's not. Be putting you away for now, then. So wait a minute, am I ending up in that room that was locked? It looks like it. There's something else in here. I swear to God, if there's more vampires, and I'll bet there are. Pretty sure the vampires are what's dominating me in these fights. Alright, come and get me. But you're coming to get me up here.
Brave thou.
Or right there. Sagani, get back. You don't have the right thing equipped. Oh, God. There you go, Ron. And Liquid's confused. Charmed. Yeah, this guy right here is the problem. Sagani, Markham. Aloth, what do you got that can kill this guy quickly? Let's try Necrotic Lance. Durance. Wait, are you a vessel? Oh, you're a vessel. Here, have this. That didn't do much to you, but we tried. Alright, I'm dropping everything on this guy. Ilmak, where are you at? We're gonna be resting anyway. I'm gonna launch a fireball on him. On his back end. Okay, Itamok. Durance, move back. Itamok, get this guy dead.
Ready, Watcher.
Uh-oh, crap, Kana's confused again. Wounding shot on this vampire. Here, if you want to go after Itamok, go after him. Who are you? Oh, a skeletal wizard. Where's your robes at? Oh, liquid, liquid, liquid.
Miss you, big fella.
Phew, this floor, let me tell you what. Uh-oh. wait a minute. I might have to look this up, but I think if somebody's maimed, I don't think that goes away. And if that's the case, I'm reloading. Hold on a second. I'm double checking this because I do not think maimed goes away. Yeah, I think we're going to be getting out of here. I think we're going to be going to the catacombs and can only be healed through resting, and any further reduction of health will always result in death. So let me try to rest here. Well, actually, we're going to get out of here because I don't want to waste the camping supplies. Master staircase is right ahead, so let's take what we can get here.
Yeah.
I'm going to park everybody right here. Because I imagine there's probably more stuff over here, but we're going to let Itamox scout. And if I see any more enemies, we're getting out of here. We're going to be cowards today. Yeah, there's more to this dungeon. I do want to make sure there's nothing up here. Doesn't look like it, unless Itamox can't see stuff like that. He should be able to. Alright. Yeah, we're getting out of here.
Huh?
If I'm having that much trouble with vampires, I'm not going to be able to survive that other thing I got to fight without a whole lot of headache. So we're going to be smart about this. But I do want to make sure that if I go up here and I leave and I rest, that Kana isn't still going to be maimed. If he is, we're going to reload.
The keep's coming along nicely.
Done weird. Wait, what was that? Dunweird Prison was attacked by bandits, it said. Oh, I can hire people. But if I hire this dude, he's gonna take my money that I make down. Why would I want to do that? Dunweird Cyan has arrived seeking employment. He was nearly set upon by brigands on the road, but your patrols intervened. Shit, hold on. Yeah, I didn't realize I could hire all these people. Alright, it gives me the most security here. Let's take Crucible Knight, which will make me some prestige. I think that's what that is. I think that makes me more money. Let's take the Gold Pack Knight, Orderless Disciple, Rautai Linebacker, Valiant Shock Mage, Warden of the Wilds, Mercenary Mind Striker. And I can get one more. Let's go with the Vagabond Scald. Let's try that out. Okay. Come up here, everybody.
Sure.
Let's camp under the stars and pray for Kana here. He is no longer maimed. Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Now, this also has me wondering, since I got those people, if I should consider going after Gathbin or not. While I'm here, I could take care of that. I don't know if I'll survive that fight, but it's worth a shot. Who are you? Oh. You don't have anything to say, you just hang out around a keep. Let's talk about my army. What special odds do I have available? Knights of the Crucible will reinforce your infantry. I wonder if I can make more friends that will join me for this. Status of my regular troops. 2 green and 2 few. If you go up against Lord Gathbin now, losses will be heavy, however victory is possible. Okay, I guess I'll wait on that then. Maybe I can make that a better situation. Yeah, we're going back to Defiance Bay. Let me check one thing real quick. Okay, I'm good. Just making sure I don't have any texts.
Looks a little healthier than before.
Well, I'm glad it all satisfies all of you now. I did nothing but complain about it for how long? Kana, I'm taking you out
Safe travels.
for Pelagina for a while. Don't feel bad, it's not because you performed very poorly in the last couple fights. Just giving you a break, that's all. You finished your quest. Where are we gonna get... Oh, actually, you know what? Whoa, whoa, whoa. We're not going anywhere yet. I forgot something. We got items from the last couple quests we did, and I never picked them up. I actually forgot about doing that. Now I have to remember where I pick them up at. I think I pick them up somewhere here in the keep. Pelagina, you need to move up. And let's level you up. You can have survival. Inspires all allies in the vicinity when the paladin downs an enemy, providing a temporary bonus to all defenses. +7 all defenses for 11.5 seconds. Liberating exhortation. Commands an ally to summon all their strength in order to temporarily ignore existing hostile effects. Effects will resume once liberating exhortation ends. Hostile effects suspended for 23 seconds. That's kind of what I did with Durance, but longer. That could help if I'm getting near killing something and he's got everything charmed. Zealous Charge. Inspires the paladin and all nearby foes or allies to charge fiercely in the battle, increasing their movement speed and disengagement defense. I'm not worried about that. Marks an enemy as the focus of the paladin's righteous fury, granting accuracy and damage bonuses against the target until combat ends or the target goes down, once per encounter. So that's basically marked kind of like what Sagani has. Deprive the unworthy. The paladin temporarily snuffs out all active beneficial effects on a single foe for 23 seconds. Confused, charmed, and dominated characters have severe accuracy penalties when attacking the paladin. Additionally, the paladin's attacks against such characters do minimal damage and always end the effect. Then I gotta figure out how to get, like, in the event that Kana's confused and she's in the party, to get Kana to actually attack her. Characters... Whoa, characters hit by self remove charm, dominated, and confused. That's tempting. Excuse me. Fills the paladin and his Oralis with unshakable confidence, increasing their damage reduction and converting a portion of incoming hits to grazes. +3 damage reduction. +15. What is your current modal thing that you have going on? +6 accuracy. +15% of grazes converted to hits. +5% of hits converted to crits. In all honesty, I really like the sound of that thing that she had there. This thing. Because if I keep her up front, and she's raising damage reduction of people in a vicinity, and she's near a deer, that's going to make him even better. Reviving Exhortation. Commands an unconscious ally to get back up, giving a large but temporary spike to endurance, some of which is lost after a short duration. So she can revive people. Paladin fights in perfect synergy with the closest ally attacking the same foe, providing the ally with an accuracy bonus. I'm going to go with Zealous Endurance. She's got some abilities that I'm interested in. That's her next level up. Talents. Greater Lay on Hands. Okay, so she can lay on hands, deep faith. The intensity of the paladin's faith deepens, granting them increased defensive bonuses to faith and conviction. +2 deflection, +3 all defenses, except deflection. Modifies faith and conviction. It's a passive. Gives her much better defense. That's tempting too. When she uses Flames of Devotion, allies gain its increased attack speed 2 times per encounter for 6.9 seconds. That's not really that long. I'm going to try Deep Faith. I like the idea of things being not able to really hit me that hard. While I'm here with you, do I need to do any talking with you? Oh boy, we have a lot of talking to do with Pelagina. Let's do that now. Pelagina's eyes glimmer with a divine spark as she coolly appraises you. Need something? I was wondering about your order to Brotherhood of the Five Sons. Pelagina nods softly. Back in the Republics, we call it the Frerer Mas Mes Kank Suolius. Five Sons are the Duke's Bells, the great dukes who rule over the most powerful republics: Sparento, Anxenzi, Salona, Ozia, and Revua. The Duke's Bells help keep the republics moving forward, keep us at the forefront of trade and technology, keep us strong against our rivals. We brothers are sworn to aid and protect them for the good of the republics and their citizens. You say brothers, but my breastplate bulges in the wrong spot. She cracks a small grin. I may look like a woman and sound like a woman, but according to the Republic's laws, I'm not. What they call godlike people like me, we can never bear children, so we can't be real women, for what that's worth. Most women in the Republics, if they can't bear children, it's like the sun is set on our lives. But what it is worth to me, freedom. The Brotherhood has a prohibition against women entering, but I was allowed. Many resented the decision, but I learned long ago not to care. I'm going to ask you something else about the Brotherhood. How does that work, with 5 dukes that can't agree all the time? She throws her head back and laughs. Ha ha ha, of course not. They argue endlessly in the Sangreta Ducala. The Brotherhood is forbidden to take sides in their debates, not that I'd want to. I'd rather risk life and limb fighting the Republic's enemies than listening to the droning lectures of the Ducal Congress. Our loyalty is not to individual dukes, but to the dukes as a whole, to their collective will and resolutions. We follow the mandates of the Ducal Congress. The individual dukes direct us, but they have an understanding of how we are not to be used. I want to ask you something else. What's so great about the Valiant Republics? Excuse me. Long ago, the Grand Empire of Valia thrived. As the empire collapsed into warring states of Old Valia, much of that old culture was lost. The old Valians see grandeur in the acts of their forebears and believe it elevates them. They are retired people from a fading time. There was once beauty in the great cities of the empire, but there are few alive today who ever saw it. Valiant republics are a rebirth of Grand Valian culture, but we are more than just that. While Old Valia was content to look ever backward, the republics will shape the future. When did you become a brother? I joined the Order when I was very young, only 6. I did not pass my final examinations until I was 20. It's not something I ever expected to happen. Pirates attacked the town where my family lived. It was not uncommon when I was young. They were more of a nuisance than a real threat, but they were persistent enough that the Duke of Ozia saw fit to send the Firmos to deal with the threat. Excuse me. I was enamored with the idea of being one of them. I didn't even know what it meant to serve a country then. I didn't really even know what the republics were. I was just a little girl, but maybe I wanted to be them because I saw how people celebrated them. I saw how people thanked them for what they did. Most of all, I saw how they left this place that felt like a prison to me. So how'd you wind up joining? My father resented me and my presence. When we learned that the Brotherhood accepted my kind because we are not considered women, he asked if I could be traded in exchange for taxes he owed on his land. The recruiter believed that having a godlike among the ranks would be prestigious, so he accepted in spite of my physical limitations. Why'd your father resent you? Because I was born different, but more than that, because the birth hurt my mother. It left her unable to bear more children. She weakly shrugs her shoulders. That's why my father traded me to the Brotherhood. My mother, she was a different sort, kinder, more forgiving. She did not blame me for being what I was, but when my father looked at me, he saw his family line ended. He hated me for it. That's strange and kind of stupid. Our lives are strange. There are other ways my father could have dealt with me. He could have killed me at birth. No one in that village would have thought less of him. She shrugs, the membranes of her eyes sliding out and back from beneath her eyelids. Being sold to the Brotherhood turned out to be the better alternative. Shoot, I gotta go through this again. Hang on. Was it difficult to leave? It was more difficult than I imagined, but I was a child. Children fail to understand the true difficulty of things, but it makes them resilient to the doubt that plagues us in old age. Still, childhood eventually gives way to adolescence. It was then that the young men begin to hate me for being different, not godlike, but a woman among them. She shifts uncomfortably. For many years it was hard to bear. It took me 3 tries to pass the physical tests required of all brothers. Such failures are not rare, but it was used against me up until the day I left. It wasn't until I entered service that I was able to escape the abuse. Let's see all the options of what's going on here. Why did you want to serve the Dukes? I wish I had been born ordinary. I wish I had been born somehow different than I was. Or that I had been born somewhere, sometime where there was a place for me, but I was not. In the republics, people look at me and they see a godlike. I cannot marry. I cannot even practice a trade in most cities. My appearance is too upsetting to people. Even though I could not be part of that order, I saw the value in it. I thought that if I could help preserve the republics, people would see that there is a place for my kind within their society. The Dukes are good leaders, but they need the Brotherhood to help them. Let's talk about something else. And let's get a drink because I keep having to clear my throat. How do people in the Valiant republics feel about the godlike? Like with anyone who's different, most people are curious or afraid, and if they're afraid, she shrugs, they get angry. They want to make sense of the world, and people like me can be confusing. And believe me, people are easily confused. Her tone becomes more serious as her voice and gaze drift off. After a long moment, she looks back at you. We all have to protect ourselves no matter where we are. Being different means always looking over your shoulder no matter what company you keep. You're one of the godlike, aren't you, even though you've mentioned that multiple times in this conversation? She lets out a small laugh. That's what they call me, yes. I've never met a god, so I don't know what they're like. I can't say why everyone else presumes to understand why I was born this way. Where in the Valian Republics are you from? I was born in a fishing village near Biagpi. Her brow furrows, her golden eyes looking away as she searches for a lost memory. Can't remember the name. She waves her feathered hand dismissively. I was only there for a few years. My best memory was leaving the place. Like all the other brothers, I grew up under the Aussian bastions. It wasn't easy, but I preferred to gutting fish. Why are you concerned about animancy in Defiance Bay? People look at the republics as a nation of traders. We do engage in much commercial trade through Defiance Bay, but the greatest value we have found is not written on a ledger line, is intellectual wealth, the ideas we exchange. The Deerwood and the Valian republics are the world's leaders in animancy. If the Deerwood institutes prohibitions against research and practice of animancy, it will have severe repercussions for the Valian republics. Do you see animancy as just something to be traded? She snorts dismissively. I'm not a scientist, but I believe animancy can benefit us all. There are so many questions to be answered about who we are, why I am the way I am. If we can answer them, maybe we can make life better for everyone. Don't you think there are dangers in animancy? Of course it's dangerous, but we who live in the Eastern Reach, we are the children of pioneers. We sought out the change. She nods her head decisively. This is why all the best research must happen in the New World. Let's talk about something else. I kind of agree with her stance on that. I'd like to know your opinion on something. She nods her feathered head sharply. Ask and you will know. How do you think things are going? I'm glad you know how much can be gained from diplomacy. In the Brotherhood, we are trained to keep our physical strength in reserve and use wits and words to navigate our way through most conflicts. She raises a feathered finger to emphasize her point. There will always be a time for war, but I'm glad to see you have the restraint not to succumb to desire every time the opportunity arises. You spent a lot of time in the Deerwood. What do you make of it? It's not the Republics, but the Deerwood is one of our closest allies. We trade more with the Deerwood than any other nation, and we have no greater ally in supporting animancy research. Pelagina shakes her head slightly. Still, I do not understand the Deerwooden obsession with revenge and feuds, nor the widespread hatred of Orlans. The Orlans from Irglanfath fight for their homes and their culture, as anyone would. They fight dirty, but I would too if all my enemies were twice my size. Do the Republics view the Adir Empire as a threat? We used to view the Empire as a threat. Since the revolution in Deerwood, the Republics have benefited from the shield that the Deerwood provides. It's another reason why I fear the fall of Defiance Bay. If the Deerwood is weak, Adir will surely test the Republic's dominance in the Eastern Reach. What do you know of Raltai? They've done impressive things with cannon and artillery, and some of their ship designs are interesting, but they shout too loudly over minor accomplishments. She smiles softly. No one seriously questions that the Republics control all sea lanes in the Eastern Reach. Let's talk about something else. Actually, let's not. Yeah, I dig her as a character. She has some opinions that I seem to agree with. I also need to see what you've got going on here. Okay, you're gonna go with Zealous Endurance for now, because I really like the idea of everybody having plus damage reduction and all this other happy stuff you got going on. Alright, probably should check in real quick with everybody else. I don't have anything with you.
Hi?
Don't have anything with you. I probably should get something with Durance out of the way here.
If doubts and curiosity plague you, you're skidding your knuckles on the wrong door.
I want to ask about region and its history. Okay, never mind. I want to ask you about something else.
I suspect the answers will seed more questions.
Tell me about Mogren. I fear you might not like the heat by the fire, Watcher, but if you can bear it, then I'll tell you what I know. Does she have any allies?
Some, shaped for hunt and war. Abidan the Golem, Galawain and his beasts. The latter keeps us honest and awake. The other makes the tools by which we punish those who are not.
Abidan? Not surprised you haven't heard. More gods and weeds in a field, and those are only the ones of this lifetime. They come and go, but are always here at the same time. Abidan used to look human, Durance grunts. Got killed, then built a new body for himself. Transformation with Mogren's help. Perhaps she needed her own blacksmith to tend the fires. If so, Abidan serves it. Durance frowns. He's a weapon, a tool, not a god in my mind. Still, the people of Deerwood, the cities especially, hold him dear, so be it. Although if the reward for hard work and craftsmanship is a body like this, I'll keep my blood in my cock and hips to thrust it with. Damn, there's something I didn't think I'd be saying today. You also mentioned Galawain. Monster Father, the Great Hound. And as for monsters, this world has quite a bit, and not just the ones on two legs. It's as if he's made monsters solely to hunt them, to remind men of their place. He's busy, making more, I suspect. More monsters in sense, variation upon variation. Huh. What do you mean? His aspects are a confusing bunch, and considering he respects reversals of fortune, especially in beasts, perhaps not as confusing. No reason why Mogren and he share a bed in my eyes, even if he does believe in a trial. A filthy Orlan god in many ways, howling and mewling perhaps like they do. They can keep their beasts. I'll take fire and weapons any day. I suspect if you were in Orlan, you'd be very upset about that. I want to ask you something else about Mogren. Stare too long into the fire and you might blind yourself, Watcher. He chuckles. That and touching yourself might do the same. Damn, someone's a little bit frisky today. Who are her enemies?
Before, when you asked about allies, well now, ally, enemy, that's a skin's edge of difference in history's eye. But there were enemies. Were.
Eothas, Durance gives a cold grin, nods, but we sorted that out. Then Hylia and her queen's crown of feathers and birds. He sneers. Perhaps she claims to see the world from her perch. I hope she saw what happened to Eothas, and if she dares to walk upon earth where such fire runs. Her temples are things of windows and twittering music. If a bird falls, know that it's a victory. Seeing another set of darting eyes from that feathered bitch die is a pleasure to me. You bear her a lot of rage. She and her clergy offer shelter to the Eothesians since his death, his humiliation. She's next for me. Enough about Mogren, I have other questions.
I suspect the answers will seed more questions.
Think there was anything else, okay.
I suspect the answers will seed more questions.
I want to know more about you. He grunts. Where are you from?
Where I hail from? From one of Mogren's fires. A cathedral. Ashfall. Made of blackened trees. I studied the scriptures there. The fires carved into the land. The trunks of the burnt trees. And in the factories where the rifles and cartridges were shaped. All are chapels in other devotions.
Other devotions? Durance nods. For Mogren, any fire is enough for worship, physical or not. A blacksmith's anvil, a craftsman's bench, all arenas where fire is waiting to be born. Durance snaps his fingers. It's just a spark. It just needs a spark, like an alchemical fire, or a spark to cartridges to speed them to their purpose. Their purpose? Durance tilts his head, thinking, well, their purpose then. It was many thens ago. Durance scratches his beard. Beard was a little brighter than now. But yes, cartridges, guns all had a purpose, and that purpose was punching holes in mages and letting their pompous air hiss out. Durance gives a half smile, then a nod. Woke their kind right up and kept them staring at the ceiling in the dark instead of sleeping, that's for certain. Aelith rose his eyes. Pompous air indeed. A little violence as an accounting. an answer for unchecked power. Well, Mogren gives an answer for that. Gave an answer for that. Mogren put soldiers and mages on equal footing. Durance nods again. Excuse me. Mages were troublesome in that time. Firearms made every man a mage, and a caster's pretty arcane shield was little match for them. It turned each commoner into a beast that could spit fire. It leveled the field of battle, that's for certain. Made many a mage a grave. Tell me more about Ashfall. Durance grunts. You're more curious about it than most of Mogren's faithful. What else can you tell me about Ashfall? What more to tell? Durance frowns, his hand tightening on his staff again, his fingers seemingly sunk into the wood. It is one of the greatest fires of Mogren, the high seat. He shrugs. Some say the blackest, not of evil, but of ash. All that remains after fire is fed. He pauses. I called it a cathedral before. That's not the full truth of it. It's more a battlefield. It lies in the heart of the War of Black Trees. Its timbers built from the burnt forest there. Each timber blessed by fire in one of Mogren's greatest battles. Many of us helped shape the war effort there with flames and firearms. What is the cathedral like? Do you have whale's eyes painted on your skin? There's more mysteries and questions, and even a marching force of answers won't placate you. Even soldiers need to let their thoughts settle, just as our priests do. Phew, okay, he's wearing me out for all that.
Ready, Watcher.
Sagani, you have anything? No? What's your thought on my search? Okay, I don't think you said anything different. Okay. Let's go check our donations that we need to collect here.
Sure.
Which I believe is in a chest somewhere up here, maybe? In this room, maybe? There's a chest in here, is this it? Yeah, it is. 650 coins, 904 coins. Agerban. Fireball trap, Sagani, I saw you. Scroll of Tanglefoot, ground. Become hobbled. What does hobbled do? Dexterity reduced movement, and okay, it slows you down. Aloth, you can take that, I guess. Scroll of protection. Minus 50 duration for hostile effects for 15 seconds. Durance, I want you to hold on to that. Crossed patch. Minus 2 accuracy. Immunity to blinded. Plus 10% damage to flank targets. I'm not down with anything that's going to give me less accuracy. Red Reed Wand. It's accurate. Plus 12 accuracy, plus 15 damage. Grants, my son, do you see your sisters across the moor? Which summons 2 will-o-wisps. Charges remaining 6, so I guess it runs out and then I have to recharge it somehow. Is it kind of like... maybe I need to sell it and buy it back again, or... kind of like Baldur's Gate. Grants Nature's Terror. Shock damage and Terrified. I'm going to put that in my stash for now. And Rod of Wind and Thunder. 13 to 18 pierce slash damage accuracy versus deflection. Fine. Grants the thunder rolled like waves on the Black Sea. Stunned. Gives a push. Grants returning storm. That's a foe AoE. And so singeth thy biting wounds, O Eldnari. Freeze damage. 25% is... wait. 25% of the damage comes as crush damage. 15 damage resistance bypass minus 2 move speed. And then it jumps to 4 other targets. But I can only do it 3 times. I'm gonna put that away for now too. Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out at some point if you can actually recharge that stuff, because I do not know.
Better indeed.
Off to, wait a minute. I didn't start building anything else here. Let's do that. I think we might just start going down the list. Actually, wait a minute. The chapel will give me a lot more money. Chapel's also very expensive. Yeah, let's do the chapel. Oh, the training grounds is being... Oh, okay. I didn't see it. 11 hours. Let's go to, I believe the crypt was in Copper Lane. Now I can make my chapel. Dunrid Cyan leaves a stronghold.
Your own father sold you to the Brotherhood?
He hated me anyway. I was glad to be gone. The Dukes are my parents now. The Republics, my children.
That's an interesting way of looking at it.
She sounds a lot like Dinah Air from Baldur's Gate. Like, to the point where I actually wonder if that's the same voice actress. Alright, here we go. I don't remember anything about this place, so... I was here before, but... on my previous... playing of this, but I don't remember anything about it. Oh, maybe I do, actually. Is this like a sewer? Viscous, foul-smelling sludge ebbs in the trench. Dead initiate. Tell me a story. As you approach the dead man, you can feel the faint traces of his soul lingering, a stunned uncertainty holding it in place. When you near without warning, the soul hurries towards you as though you were a solitary light in the dank gloom of this place come to usher it away. Its essence invades your consciousness. You're in a different body now, walking deeper into the catacombs, cloaked in a dark robe with a mask pulled over your face. You're following a familiar path along the canal, heading to a room built around a statue of a figure wearing a robe much like yours. Others away, clothed in hoods and shadows. Ahead is another figure dressed like you, traveling in the same direction. You don't know his name, and that's how it's supposed to be. Out of the darkness, something monstrous grabs the other figure. You turn to flee, but find yourself face to face with a troll. Panic pounding through your brain is interrupted by razor-edged teeth and claws. You snap yourself out of the dead man's memory. The corpse lies on the damp and grimy ground. His hood and mask are missing, and his clothes are shredded. As you regain awareness of what's happening around you, you realize that your head is in Pelagina's feathered hands. Her golden eyes are peering into your own, as though she is trying to catch a glimpse of activity lurking in the depths. As she sees your eyes respond, she wobbles your head a little and gives you a light slap. Letting go and stepping back, she regards you with concern. Everything going all right in there? Yeah. She's so motherly. Alright. Let's see what's behind door number 1. Lesser black ooze. Okay, yeah, this is more my
Be
speed.
discreet.
After the vampires, yeah, this is more my speed.
Shadow!
Pelagina, do I have your AI set? I thought I did. I don't know why I have you on defense self. Yeah, let's go with aggressive for now.
I'm ready. Ah,
Plus 10 defense against spells. Pelagina, do you have gear? What's going on with you? You have a cape. You know what? I have a cape for you. Whoops. Hold up. I actually should look into that crafting at some point. I've never done any crafting in this game yet. Here, have this cloak of wills that I have sitting around. Let's get this out of here. That's junk. You've got the cod piece. Plus 50 armor damage reduction when under 25% health. Let me see if I have better armor for you. I may, I don't know. Saints War armor, no. That's what, what's his face joined up with me with. Compare that with what you've got. That gives 12. That gives 11. Actually, no, it does. Oh, damage reduction against Pierce. Can I enchant it better? No, I can't. Ten % of crits. Because hopefully you're not going to be under damage health that often. Plus, this gives you slash resistance, which you're more likely to run into. You know what? Try that out for now. Makes you look more like a paladin.
Nice and quiet.
Falloon. Memorial. Some money. And sit for that room.
Margren's fire casts light.
Oh, hey, what are you? Troll. Come and get me. I'm kind of liking Pelagina so far.
Yeah.
Alright, let's go. Let's keep going down here.
Sure.
Actually, you know what? Let's take the high ground. Let's check for traps, so. It's behind door number 2. Looks like nothing other than a Kickstarter memorial.
And what does the flame reveal?
It reveals door number 3, which has a tomb of sorts with a
Always
trap.
something new.
Sagani, can you maybe get this one? There you go. Fenwalkers. Plus 20 defense against stuck, paralyzed, hobble attacks. Minus 3 seconds. Stuck, paralyzed, hobble duration. Okay, so that should probably go to either Liquid or... Liquid, what do you have going on? You got plus 1 constitution. Adir, you have nothing. Here, take these. Put that away for now. Give that to Liquid, and I think I already had meat on somebody. Here's Sagani. Okay.
I'm ready.
Yeah.
She thought I had that set already, but I wonder if because of her AI she switched to herself. Let's take that.
Sure.
Lockpicks. Quiet little catacombs. Every time I walk into a place where there's corpses, I'm expecting skeletal fighters and wizards and a mess of Dargouls anymore. Not running into that here.
What's this, Itamak?
It's rare you run into a crypt that has trolls in it. It's unique. Fine mail, I'll take that. Let's see if there is anything up this way. Besides that vase. And some, lesser ooze. By himself, too. Alright, so that's that cleared out. So we'll keep going down here then. Nice, slow. Just get my formation back in order there. Yeah, don't get too comfortable. There's another one down here. We might as well end him too.
That's it!
The only problem with this right now I'm seeing, because of her aggressive AI, maybe I should turn that off. Let me see. We're gonna have to experiment with her a little bit. Character's AI will not use any spells or abilities. So if I put her on support, she's probably not going to use her other abilities, but if I have her on aggressive, she's going to be turning Zealous Focus off all the time, and I'd rather have the other one on Endurance. And I'm going to put your class behavior on none for now. Let's try that out. Let's put you back on Zealous Focus.
Yeah.
I shall be discreet.
Alright, let's go up this way. Hello? Anybody here? Skeletal fighter. Let's back up. This feels like a room that has a lot of bad things going on in it to me for some reason. That was weird. It was like everybody paused there for a minute.
Yeah.
Alright, they're dead. You got anybody else in here with you? Because that was a very tiny amount of enemies for the size of this room.
Laying low.
It's a neat looking room though. Looks like a big bowl made of skulls. Or like a vase kind of thing.
Can't get a good shot.
You guys coming to play, or are you just gonna stand there?
Let's go.
That's it!
Margren's fire casts light in dark places.
As cool looking as this room is, it looks like it's empty. Let's take a look up this way, and I think there was another way up this way. Let's check this way first. After I save it. Leather armor, that's all you got. No wonder you died here. Ah, God. Is that one of those damage over time things? Everybody go back. I think it is. Alright, well, while we're waiting for that to die down, we'll go this way then.
Light, flame, and sound.
Perhaps we can avoid triggering any traps this time, ladies and gentlemen. pistol. Whoa, stop.
Take a look at this.
Huh?
Oh, stop.
It's done.
We got somebody here that is gonna have a conversation with us, apparently. A lone figure in tattered robes shuffles across the chamber, muttering under its breath. As you approach, the figure halts and swivels its head towards you. Its haggard visage is a labyrinth of wrinkles and sores overgrown by a moss-like beard. What's this? Who disturbs Helig's work? Its voice rattles and gurgles like that of a drowning man. You're Helig? Dalton sent me to look for Rowena. He leans back and bursts into raucous laughter. His threadbare robe stripped apart, revealing an amulet and a ragged wound running from chest to throat. It spatters a black, viscous fluid on the floor with every cackle. So you're undead. That old fool is still alive. I do hope he still doesn't bear a grudge for that incident. It was so very long ago. Dalton believes that Rowena is in the catacombs. He seems to restrain another bout of cackling. Oh, you could say that. If you were to retrieve my grimoire from Moadrid, I'd let you in on the secret. Alright, what do you need me to do? I feel like I should be getting more information from this guy before I agree to this. When Animancy started gaining popularity, I came to Defiance Bay in hopes of finding a place where my research would meet with more acceptance. Worked at the Brackenbury Sanitarium for a few months when I met Modred. He spits a glob of black blood on the floor. Let's just say Modred and I didn't see eye to eye. Got so bad we were threatening to kill each other on a daily basis. Obviously, that bastard made good on his threat. He runs a jagged fingernail along his oozing wound. Sank a dagger into my chest while I was sleeping and dumped my body in the catacombs. You used Animancy to save yourself? Oh no. Helig waves a half-rotted hand. This is magic. And it took a great deal of rather timely preparation, I must say. Even so, it merely anchored my soul to this decaying husk. Nothing like the life that was stolen from me. Helig lets out a rattling sigh. And yet you see what a little Ingwithan magic can do. My mind is my own, my memory is fresh, and my work can continue. And Modred keeps all that is precious to him in a trunk in his laboratory. Just as he stole my grimoire, he offers you a key with a claw-like hand. On your way to Brackenbury Sanitarium, then, bring me my grimoire and my revenge, and you can have your Rowena. He chokes on a burbling chuckle. If there's nothing else, be on your way. What are you doing down here? Research. A hodgepodge of animancy and necromancy. I have peace and quiet as well as an abundant supply of subjects. What are those creatures behind you? Just a few personal projects. Sorry souls stuck in their mortal shells. Their flesh is as dead as mine, though their minds are not as well maintained. They flock to me like worms to drakes. They're not half as intelligent, but he watches as one stumbles into a desk. They serve for amusement. Farewell. I'm gonna check out your room first, if you don't mind. A grim assortment of rusty blades adorns this table. Dust and cobwebs have been swept aside for various alchemical implements. Though coated with rust and grit, they look recently used. The scattered, feverish notes detail various animatic procedures and rites of necromancy. Does not say this is stealing.
Slow and silent.
Tarnished locket. The silver locket is dented and tarnished. A faded portrait of a young nobleman still rests inside. His face has been worn away by time. You mind if I take that? No? Okay. I wonder if it's that dude since he's like staring at that chest. I
Found something.
found a hidden object. With a potion of power in it. Can I talk to you, gentlemen? This creature's neck juts sideways at an unnatural angle, and there are rope burns at its throat and wrists. It suffers occasional spasms as it moves about the room. Hello? The creature does not seem to hear you. Leave it be. Okay, so you must have been hanged. Excuse me. The left side of this creature's skull has been caved in. Its burial shroud has since tangled about his torso and neck. It stares blankly forward, mindless of your presence. After a few moments, the creature suddenly turns its head towards you. It makes a low, wheezing sound and reaches towards you, towards the locket you carry. Is this yours? The creature takes the locket loosely between its broken, half-rotted fingers. It wheezes out another reeking gust of air, and then goes still once more. Pff, it'll be useless now until it drops the damn thing again. No sense in pining after things long lost, I say, but then it has lost half its mind, eh? Heh. Yeah, literally and figuratively from the sound of it. This creature appears to have suffered horrific burns. Its skin is blackened and its limbs have melted and fused. It plods stubbornly across the room. Hello? This creature does not seem to register your words. I'm gonna leave it be. I'm not gonna shove it. I'm a barbarian, but I'm a well-meaning barbarian. It's taking a long time for the map to load in this place. Alright, let's check out some more of this place.
Margaren's fire casts light in dark places.
And we'll make our way soon back to wherever it is he wanted me to go. Sanitarium, I believe.
What's this, Itamak?
Let's take a look up here real quick. Oops, stop. Uh-oh. Man, I really wish it would detect traps a little bit quicker than wait until I'm like right on top of the things.
Huh?
I'm ready.
Hey,
Ready, Watcher.
Oh, is this another door in here? Yeah, it is. Just loops around. Okay.
how may I help?
Yeah, Aloth, you walked right over that. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm here. Sure.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Maybe I'll just check what this room is down here, since I got everything south of or north of this canal checked out, and then we'll get out, come back and do that, and then see whatever's over here. Because there is more going on here. I'm pretty sure this is the way to get into Wadika's temple or whatever it is, the ruins of it.
Eyes open.
Lots of money. Potion of deleterious electricity emotion. What the hell is this? Plus 50 attack speed for 30 seconds, minus 11 endurance over 30 seconds, plus 2 move speed. That's an odd potion. Yeah, we'll come back there. At least I know there's an exit there. I think that might be the way out. Can I get through here? No. That way's sealed off. Okay. Let's take this and make our way back to the sanitarium again.
But if your dukes ordered you to return home...
The safety of the Republics is being decided here. If I do what needs to be done, there'll be time enough to beg forgiveness when the dust settles.
You must do what you feel is best. I understand.
Alright, sanitarium I think is actually in First Fires. I'm gonna make a stop somewhere though real quick. There's something that I thought the last time I played through that happened in one of these places, and it hasn't happened. And I'm wondering if I missed it. Actually might be something that happens in the sanitarium, because I think everybody here is just like a normal scrivener now. Corin's not going to say anything. Yeah. Let's go back to the sanitarium. I got this thing that necromancer wants me to do, but I got one other thing I want to check out too. Make a pit stop. The sanitarium. Have some water while we walk. Could go for some food. I feel like I've not eaten in hours and hours. I actually don't think I have. And I have an odd craving for donuts right now. Retrieve Helling's research from Modred's laboratory. Skull for Mother completed. Here of his return. Wait, hold up. Let me see what that's all about. Heravias explored the ruins of Ibrel's Well extensively and found a wide variety of dangers in the ancient city's crumbling homes and palaces. Though the Purgra had always been hostile to outsiders, Heravias was able to speak with them and realize that they were being mentally controlled by someone else. The source of the increased attacks was an Orlan cipher who had been disowned by her father and subsequently banished from the twice-split Arrows. Especially skilled at mental domination, the cipher was using the Purgra, her children, to make a small fortune on unlucky travelers. However, once Heravias drew her out into the open, the overconfident cipher was quickly defeated. In the cipher's lair near the heart of Ibrel's Well, Heravias discovered a grisly treasure, a necklace the Purgra had formed from the teeth of the Orlan's murdered father, which apparently he brought back home to us. Father's teeth. This grisly necklace is fashioned from the teeth of a dead Orlan, the unfortunate father of a deranged cipher who used her powers to terrorize travelers near the Glanfathan ruins of Ibrel's Well. The cipher's daughters, mind-controlled Purgra, made the necklace for her as a gift. Oh, that's nice of them, I guess. Grants a lot of fortitude. And it provides, what the heck is Rot Skulls? Summon weapon Rot Skull for 30 seconds. That's, I don't know what the heck that is. And I don't think anything else is going on. Alright. We need to find Helig's research from Modred's laboratory. Somehow. What the heck's with that? There we go. But there's something else I want to check out while I'm here.
Welcome.
I'm looking for an animaster named Modred. Modred, of course. You'll find him downstairs in the first room on the right. Farewell. I actually thought there was some kind of a scene that happened somewhere around here
Welcome.
with Aloth. And maybe I'm wrong, maybe it happens later. But I thought you kind of get, like, revealed what Aloth's whole deal was. Aloth,
Yes?
let me talk to you for a minute. Is there anything I missed about you? No, you have a very short conversation tree for some reason. Alright, let's go downstairs. Everybody, not just you. First room on the right would be that room. Oh, is he in there? Great. I wonder if I could talk to him. Maybe I can get him to do what I want. What do you do here? We talked to you already, but I want to see if... Ferris, so much of the research is performed only for wealthy clients. The Defiance-based community focuses more on the public good. Alright, yeah. Hold up a second. Now we're going to try to talk this out of him, I guess, because I ain't going to be able to rob this chest while he's standing there.
Hello.
Does the name Helig mean anything to you? Modred starts. Helig, a colleague of mine. He was primarily a necromancer, but he was involved in animancy too. He worked at the sanitarium for several years. I dare say everyone here has heard of him. He clears his throat. That's right, you killed him. Or tried to, before he came back to life. He left his post recently. I believe he was seeking new opportunities in the Valiant Republics. He was seeking new opportunities, but he leans forward. The advances they're making in animancy really are quite remarkable. Surely you've heard. He coughs again. Perhaps you haven't. I've heard it differently. He slides his spectacles down his nose. Just what are you insinuating? If this is your idea of a joke, I assure you it's in very poor taste. So you didn't sink a blade into his chest and dump him in the catacombs? He'll be relieved to hear it. Modred pales. How could... He sighs and runs a hand over his hair. Very well. Yes, I killed him. I killed that beast because nobody else had the spine for it. He was a madman. Years of perverse experiments. Twisting healthy souls, torturing damaged souls, and for what? He flayed the essence from Glanfathan and indigents for his amusement. He waved down the hall. He waves down the hall. If the public had known half of his deeds, they'd have razed his place to the ground. He jabs his finger on a desk. He used the sanitarium to disguise his own sick proclivities. He brought shame on all of us and put the entire discipline at risk. I regret nothing. He calms down and sizes you up. Anyway, now you know the whole Grizzly story. Helig said you stole a grimoire from him. Modred's brow furrows. His grimoire? What's that madman been telling you? Give him the key. He said you kept it in that trunk over there. Modred takes the key with a trembling hand, his eyes darting into the trunk behind you. You've been misled. There's no grimoire here, and Helig never intended you to find one. Excuse me. That wretched thing has an insatiable hunger for blood. He shudders. Thank you for denying him. I hope I can convince you now to return and slay him once and for all. Oh, I actually didn't mean to, like, give you the key and then end this. He has something I need. I don't know what he's promised you, but he already lied to you about the grimoire. I don't have it. If what I've told you about that evil, deceitful man hasn't swayed you yet, I don't know what else to say. He turns back to his papers. Trust him at your own peril.
Well met, friend.
About Helig. Yes, what about him? Helig's soul returned to his corpse through sinister magic. He wants revenge. No doubt. He spreads his hands wide. But now you understand why I killed him. Why somebody had to. If he sent you, I only hope I can convince you to return and slay him once and for all. I'll consider it. Consider also the kind of man he is and the kind of things he's capable of. Don't trust him. I must return to my work. I wish you well. Can I ask you about...
Good day to you.
Never mind. I don't want to push his buttons. Alright. This Rowena is going to be dead anyway. She's going to be a corpse. She has to be. But then again, why would Helig just send me off to... I guess he expects I was going to kill this guy? If the grimoire doesn't exist, why would he send me here? Maybe that's it. He wanted me to kill this guy. No, let's go this way. We're going to exit out, go back to the catacombs, and see what happens. Don't need to stop and heal or anything. I'm actually in pretty good shape. It's been a pretty easy dungeon so far. Maybe I need to slow up on doing the endless pass a little bit. Because I'm pretty much wrecking everything I run into.
Where I'm from, we see a feathered lady. We start worrying maybe her dad got frisky with his hens.
I guess you can always trust a farm boy's head to go there first.
Tell him, Pelagina. He's just jealous he doesn't have feathers. Alright, everybody run back here and get ready, because we're probably going to be fighting this dude. We're gonna get into position like we are going to fight this dude. Just in case. I don't see how this doesn't end badly.
I'm ready.
Hey. Of course.
I'm ready.
Let's get a little bit close, because you can kill these revenants with your... Well, not kill them, but you can hurt them pretty badly. Alright.
I'm ready.
Huh?
I spoke to Modred. He doesn't have your grimoire. Helig lets out a bubbling hiss of frustration. There's not much fun in a joke if you have to explain it, is there? He tugs a few hairs out of his beard. If you can't fulfill my need for vengeance, then you'll have to serve another purpose. A dried and shriveled tongue darts over his cracked lips. I'm afraid a fierce hunger was awakened along with me. Wow, you don't mince words here, do you? Unfortunate you're surrounded. There are few things as satisfying in a game like this than surrounding a wizard when you're expecting things to turn bad and just immediately killing him because he's a wizard and he's surrounded with fighters. Good times. I'm guessing we ain't finding Rovina then. Let's see what we got here. Vessel bone, that's that. Fine scepter, that can go away. Fine robes, that can go away. Got a grimoire. No, we're not giving his corpse potion power. Aloth, you can have his grimoire. We'll check that out in a minute. And Soulward Amulet. +5 will... This Brilliant Bloodstone Amulet has a strange aura about it. As you hold the gem, you think you hear a woman's voice. I'll bet she's in this amulet. And I wonder if they're going to put 2 and 2 together. Probably not. Oh, here we go. A soul prowls within the bloodstone like a caged Stelgir. Is filled with a fierce, restless energy. Who are you? You see an image in your mind of a woman in heavy leather armor bearing twin daggers. Next to her is a man, young and handsome, who calls her Rowena. The vision shifts to a windswept plain next to a lake. 50 men and women in matching leathers lay dead, their bodies contorted and deformed by some sinister sorcery. Rowena falls among them, her body collapsing next to the young man you saw earlier. She's too weak to speak, but the name Dalton appears in your head. In your mind. A lone figure strides across the battlefield, barely bothering to step over the corpses. His eyes are filled with a natural light and fixated on Rowena. He reaches out to her, and what little life remained in her body departs. When he takes the amulet from around her neck, you feel her anguished soul trapped within. With a final contemptuous glance at the fallen Dalton, the man departs. Dalton sent me to find you. The soul pulses with warmth. It fills your mind with memories of a young man who's both bold and generous. But fury and despair gnaw those images away until all that you can feel are cold, crimson walls pressing against you and something loathsome feeding off you as the years fade into decades. What do you want? You see an image of the amulet shattering and the soul inside rising and dissipating amongst the stars. Farewell. Alright, so she's trapped in the amulet and she wants the amulet destroyed.
Right.
That wizard got gibbed. It's a shameful thing. Alright. We're going to check out the rest of this floor. We're going to go over this way, make our way up. We'll hit the exit, and then we'll come back and check that out. That's the plan. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Don't run too far ahead. I just wanted to look at what that said.
Get on.
I think it just says what it said up in the other one earlier.
Sure.
Better search for traps
Shall be
here.
discreet.
You better. We've walked on way too many traps today. Let's check here first. So I guess maybe that was just that one troll that was in this place that killed that guy. Because I don't see any other ones. That's a big room. Well, I'll be. Look who we just found. This small Orlan man appears to have pulled together some crates and scraps of cloth to make a rather sorry-looking little camp. The thick fur on his limbs is matted, and his clothing smeared with blackening grime. He looks startled as you enter, his eyes widening in alarm.
Greetings.
Oh, it's you. I've heard of you, I think. At least the description matches. The Orlan coughs. Sorry, I wasn't expecting to see anyone else down here. I hear you've been turning up just about everywhere, of course. He grins weakly. You're right, I've been turning up everywhere looking for you. Guess you'd be Eorn then. The Crucible Knights have put a heavy price on your head. Eorn's mouth falls open and his eyes widen. After a few moments, he turns away, his brows furrowed. I thought they'd want to keep things quiet at least. I didn't think they would. Eorn sighs heavily. Very well. It's true. I've been hiding from the knights down here, but it isn't what you think. He ducks his head. It was an accident. It's been hard for me here in Defiance Bay. I suppose I thought if I got involved in the city business, if I made the right friends, it would get easier in time. And it did, really. I made a name for myself, a place. People actually listen to me when I talk. Well, they used to. People can get very passionate about these things. We were discussing, I think it was shipping agreements, of all the things to fight over. But this one night, this man, he got very angry. I think maybe he'd had a little too much at the inn, Eorn pauses, and I guess he didn't like an Orlan talking back at him. I struck him. He came towards me, and I hit him, and he went over like a tree. I guess he struck his head on the way down. Eorn lowers his gaze and shrugs, helplessly. Turns out he was a knight. The Crucible Knights won't care how it happened. They just want me gone. They won't let me live long enough to see the rope. Please. He looks at you with a pleading expression. I just want to get out of the city. The second I can get money for passage, I won't trouble anyone again, I swear it. I'll live quietly, but you can't. Please, you can't tell them I'm here. Let's see, your secret is safe with me. I can give him 300 CP to leave out of Defiance Bay. I can take him to see the Duke. I can attack him. Or I could take him prisoner. I won't let the knights take you, but I can't just let you go free. I wonder what the point would be in taking him prisoner. Because it was an accident. I believe him. I'm gonna take you prisoner for a while. Eorn lowers his head. I had hoped to be out of the city by now. I guess I can't outrun what I've done. At least you're leaving me with my life. And I'll make sure, because I'm a just ruler, that you have a just prison stay. Smoldering fire is strewn with the meager remains of a recent meal. Fish bones, a molded rind of cheese, and a blackened bread crust. I better check for traps.
Silent.
I'll let him out after a while. Orlans are apparently treated very poorly, and I'm sure that he pretty much was just defending himself, but He seems like he's a decent enough dude. The wobbly little tent is barely standing. The Queen That Was and Still Is. That is a book, which we will save for a reading session down the road. I think I hear skeletons in this room, I think. Hope nothing comes up from below. There's something down here. Maybe. I might be remembering it wrong. Whoa, what the? Oh. Dank spore. It's a dank spore. Okay, we'll deal with you in a minute. Wonder if I can actually kill him with... You know what? Whatever's in here isn't coming out. I'm gonna try something here. Wonder if they can kill it with missile attacks from where they're at. Aloth. Oh, wait. Stop sneaking.
Yeah.
Yes?
What?
Ready, Watcher.
You three come over
I
here.
I shall deal with...
That kind of sucks. They can't hit it from there. Alright, never mind. Scratch that. Just go right here.
This one.
Let's take
Sure.
a walk down here and see what we've got. Maybe this room isn't as bad as I thought it was going to be.
Shadow!
Oh crap, these things confused. That's not good. And they got another troll with them.
That's not very helpful.
Okay, he can't seem to get to me. Seems like I'm out of his range. Alright.
Let's go.
Make a run for him. Alright, we seem to be alright. Something tells me there's more of this down here, though.
Huh?
Yeah, there's something, another troll. Hiring payday. Total wages paid 450 CP. That's not that bad. I can handle those wages. Eorn was a fugitive wanted for the murder of one of the knights of the Crucible. I found him hiding in the catacombs beneath Defiance Bay and chose to administer my own justice for his crimes. Yeah, if nothing comes up with him, I'll just maybe release him after a while. That way I could say, okay, he served his time. It wasn't necessarily a long time, but he served some time. Ah, boy. Mushroom kids. Like Cabbage Patch Kids with spongier. Let's try Aloth. I really don't want you to melee these things. I really don't want you to be in front of them in the first place. Let's use your Grimoire Slam that I... Wow, he like backhanded that poor little mushroom dude. Alright, you two go after him. Aloth, let's use Jolting Touch. Alright, you three go after this thing.
Shadow!
Wadika Hood. spores. More spores. More spores, and you're never gonna believe it. Oh, troll skin. My bad. It's another body. 80 silver loose. And a hatchet and a bone.
Huh?
Alright. Let's walk over here. Still gotta check this room out, but I'll come back for it. Okay, nothing else here. So I just need to check this thin strip. And then come down here, check this out. And then we'll go on to the temple. Actually, since we're standing right here, and this guy is at the entrance to the catacombs, we'll go end this quest that I'm sitting on. Then we can just come back in. Oh shoot, where's that guy at? I thought he was actually here by the tombs. Drat, I have no idea where he's at. He's in Copper Lane somewhere. Oh, okay, there you are. I thought you were close to the crypts.
Greetings.
His tired eyes brighten. Did you find her? Show him the amulet. Yes, but not as you expected. The old man studies the amulet. Rowena used to wear this. Where did you get it? From Helig, who's kept her soul trapped inside it for decades. It's time to set her free. Dalton's eyes widen in horror. No, please. After searching for her for so long, he gazes at the amulet. Just to have her close to me, to visit her in my dreams, that would be enough. I hate to do this to this dude, but I ain't leaving her soul trapped in this amulet. That's kind of shit. This isn't your choice. Rowena wants to be released, and I'll honor her wishes. The bloodstone shatters, and as essence departs from the gem, a wail escapes Dalton's lips. He falls to his knees, scooping up the broken fragments and sobbing. Can I comfort him? I mean, I feel bad doing that right in front of him, but... Better that you'd stayed in the catacombs, you heartless creature. Dude! No, you can be mad at me all you want for that. I'm not gonna leave the woman stuck in that amulet forever. What happens when you die? Nobody's gonna know she's in there. They're just gonna go through your possessions and everybody's gonna be like, ooh, this amulet's pretty neat. And they're gonna wear it and she's gonna be stuck there forever. Take a quick walk down here, make sure there's nothing on this walkway. Looks clear there. And clear up here. Alright. Let's check out this room that no doubt has skeletons in it, because I can hear them rattling.
I've got this. It's done.
Yeah.
Knock, knock. Oh, you guys aren't even, like, skeleton fighters. You're just human skeletons.
What?
Don't hear anything else. That might have been it.
Slowly now.
Lot of Kickstarter vaults in here. Fine scale armor, we'll take that. More money. Skeletal fight. Are you like a big deal skeletal fighter that you're by yourself?
Let's get a good shot with this.
I'm ready. Be cautious. Be
Always.
constant.
Alright. Well, that's it for the catacombs. Not too shabby. Made some money, killed a necromancer, and got called a heartless bastard. Let's see what fun we can get into on this next floor. This floor might not be as big. You can kind of tell by looking at the map at the scale. Sometimes you can see
Keeping an eye out.
if something's going to be a big area. Hey, him again. In front of you looms the ghostly, hollow image of the man who was present at your awakening. He casts a pale, sickly light in the dank corridor as he regards you.
You are from Kratom, my boy.
His words are an echo in your mind from a time long past, and you know your response before you speak it as if it has always been. Was I born there? Is that my background? I don't remember. Yeah, I was born there.
A remarkable city. Truly one of the most impressive we have encountered outside of our own. Many exceptional people who have joined our cause come from Kratom. What made you decide to join our order?
Oh, am I? Okay. I'm BSing this guy. I was confused there for a minute. I thought he was talking to me as the barbarian. Your teaching spoke to me. The world needs to know about the true gods. The gods have been good to me, and I wish to repay them. I went through dark times, nothing made sense. It all changed when your order came to my homeland. Saw the gods grant miracles to your order. I'm honestly not sure. We'll do the angsty route. I went through dark times, nothing made sense. That all changed when your order came to my homeland.
Little makes sense in the false context much of the world has lived under for so long. It is by the mercy of the gods that our faith has been able to reach so many of the heathen in more recent times. Are you ready to take the oath? To spread the word of the gods to the lost and heathen?
I am. Phew, glad that wasn't like a test or something. Okay, what is the oath? Oh, you didn't say it right?
I'll see what I can find.
It's time to creep a little bit. I was gonna say the screams
Take a
hidden
look at
wall. Hello? Is there undead in here? No, there's a whole lot of skull. Ah, stop. Disarm. Please. Oh, Sagani. Alright, Sagani, I saw you. There's a trap right there. You think you hear the faint sound of whispering coming from the skulls, but the words are unintelligible. Follow my stream. Follow my stream. Maybe that's what they're saying.
It's done.
Alright, at least that one's open. Gems and a ring of protection. Properties of fortitude +9, of reflex +9, of will +9. Let's see, who could use that? Pelagina, maybe? Because you don't really have a whole lot of stuff going on. Busting wounds. Deflection. Actually, that might not be a bad one for a deer. Make him even more resistant. Let's leave you at Gaunt's Pledge. I'm gonna take this combusting wounds thing off you. Give that Pelagina for now. That works.
Huh?
Alright, you guys walk back so that you're not walking on that trap, and Sagani, you come this way.
Yeah.
Half-Mac. Half-Mac. Is that how you pronounce that? Half-Macug?
Yeah.
Nice and quiet.
Nuisance to sneak, and these guys see me. Are you guys not here to attack? The mercenary eyes you warily as you approach, his weapon readied. What are you doing here? You don't look like one in that mass lot. Shoot. This is going to lead to combat, isn't it? What's going on here? How you doing? Since you don't know, you clearly don't belong here. Guard whistle sharply and you hear sounds of alarm in the distance. Hold up. There's a way to sneak in here. Isn't there? How do I do it? The disguise that would get him past the Leaden Key sentries was lost when the man was carried off by trolls. Did I miss that? I'm gonna load game. Hold up here. Was there something I missed? I don't think I got a hood. Like, one hood. That I think I threw into my stash. Do I only need to put it on one person? Or is it Wadika hood? There's no Wadika robes here, though. I don't know if I need robes. Well, let's try this. I don't see how... If there's only one hood, this is gonna work, but... Maybe if I have one person, everybody else is considered like mercenaries or something. I don't know. Let's see what happens here.
How do you do?
Excuse me. The mercenary looks at his feet. Please go on in. His eyes start up to the rest of your party. You know the acolyte doesn't like guests. I keep any friends of yours out of the main chamber. He shuffles. She's already in a state on account of someone being late. No sense in provoking her further. If I get too conversationalist with this guy, it's probably going to backfire. Tell me about this place. As far as can tell, we're underneath the first fires, probably under that ruined temple. You need something else? I expect they've already started inside. Farewell. Okay, we're good, I guess. Are you the one the acolyte's waiting on? She's in a peak now. I don't understand all the secret handshake business, but it pays. Did they send you to check on that nervous kid in the library? One of the other men swears there's a secret treasure chamber down here. It's probably that room I found earlier. This isn't theft. I'll take that, and I'll take scroll of restore light endurance.
Yeah.
Let's see what's down here. Is this the library, or is this... Go ahead and search here. Not search, but slip ahead. Itamox, see what's in here. KS is not the actual place I'm going. So we can enter here. This won't move things along. Heading straight for the Salty Mass once we're done here. Not a lot of excitement so far, but at least it's easy coin. Are you... Okay, you said that already. Said that already. Said that already, okay. Let's check this out. Junk and junk. Alof falters and brings a hand to his forehead. He takes a staggering step forward, coughing and sputtering.
Back, ye clod! Those hooded fiends are nigh to be trusted!
Alof, hey, now's not the best time for that. He grimaces, catching his breath. It's nothing, I'm fine. He coughs again. This probably isn't the best place to linger anyhow. Let's go back the other way. There's a mercenary. Yeah, go ahead here. Okay, there's nothing in the next room. We can move up.
Right.
This must be the library. Alright.
Yeah.
book lies on the table, its pages filled with some kind of unintelligible cryptography. See that? That's a book. Scroll of Twin Stones. I think somebody already has one of those. Durance. The Queen it was and still is. I think we already have a copy of that, but we'll take it.
I've got this.
Actually, wait now. Talk to this guy first.
Gods keep you.
A lone figure paces back and forth, tapping his fingers at his sides, muttering to himself. He jumps when he sees you, his hands on his chest. By the flame, you startled me. Shouldn't you be in the meeting, attendant? The acolyte's waiting for you. He clasps his hands, his thumbs twitching. It's not time for the initiate's meeting, is it? He twiddles his fingertips. I'll be ready, soon. Tell me about the meeting. This must be your first time. The acolyte communicates with each of us individually to hear of our progress on old tasks and to assign us new ones. He shivers with a mixture of pleasure and dread. It's a unique experience. She's a cipher, so she can speak to you without words. Oh, great, she can read thoughts. That's awesome. Fascinating until you realize she can probably read your thoughts exactly, just as easily. What do you know about these tasks? He laughs nervously. Only what I absolutely need to. We protect the secrets of the gods, so discretion is essential. He waves a hand between the two of you. We receive our instructions from the acolyte, just as she receives hers from everyone else, and so on, right up to the Grand Master. Our role is to obey, knowing as little about the overall plan and each other as possible. Tell me about these secrets. He jumps back. You shouldn't even be asking. Whatever they are, they're secrets for a reason. Our job is to guard them, not to know them. You're right. My bad. Sorry. I'm new here. How can you be confident you're doing the right thing when you know so little? He snorts. That's easy. The leaden key has been around for ages by the blessing of the gods. You only have to look around to see the perils of trying to usurp divine power. Killing a god in the Saints' War has cursed us all, and the heresy of animacy has only worsened matters. Try to replace the soul, and you inevitably end up with a monster. It's all been a warning. There's some powers we just shouldn't have. I see. We've been entrusted with important work. It's an honor, but not without its challenges. You need something else? I'll be ready for the initiates meeting soon, honest. What are you doing here? He resumes his pacing. I've been practicing the passphrases. I know them backwards and forwards, but I get so nervous every time I think about repeating them to the acolyte. Why are you nervous? He stops in his tracks. I've never seen the acolyte's face, but I can't stop wondering what she looks like under that robe. He twists his fingers together, and when she peers into my mind, I'm afraid she'll catch me thinking about that. You pervert. You hear him swallow. Also, if I get the passphrases wrong, she'll kill me where I stand. I would imagine your first problem might get you killed where you stand too, buddy, but... Ha! Then look beneath the robe, I say. Fail her test, but succeed in the more important one. Once you have nothing to hide, a cipher's got no power over you. Durance has been incredibly thirsty this session. Seriously. You should just stop thinking about it. I know, he grabs the sides of his robe, but the more I tell myself to stop thinking about it, the more I think about it. You can practice on me, the passphrases, just passphrases. Okay, he ushers in a deep breath with fluttering hands. Here goes. First question. Alright, hold up. I'm gonna pull out a very important piece of equipment that I pull out on stream every now and then. My electronic dry erase board. As soon as I get the damn, there we go, thing off it. Okay. 1. Name belongs to gods and hand to service. 2. Company of shadows. Of shadows secrets. I won't get totally accurate on this. I'm sure I can piece it together after that. Third question, tell me of your labors. Answer, to see that the craft of Kith and Wilder does not disturb what bones the gods have buried. 3. Kith, Wilder, no disturb bones gods buried. 4. How do we know your purpose? Answer, you shall know it by the confession of my tongue, the deeds of my hand, and the oath on my soul. Tongue, hand, soul. Fifth question, how is your oath guarded? Answer, it is sealed by the leaden key. 5. Sealed leaden key. He sighs with a nervous chuckle. That wasn't so hard. Sounds like you've got it. I do, I think. He bites his lip. I'm just going to practice a few more times by myself before my meeting. Goodbye.
Huh?
And if you wait a little bit, I'll probably take care of your problem for you here. Just be patient. Oh, there's a pot that is not yet robbed. Alright. You hear murmurs and chants on the other side of the door. A ritual of some sort is already underway. Retreat from the door for the moment. I'm gonna save it. Oh, shoot. Wait, no. Did that do anything bad? Continue into the chamber alone because they said they didn't like having friends. You open the door and stride into the chamber. Several shrouded figures are lined up across from a hooded woman. The figure at the head of the line approaches her, and the woman places her outstretched hand on the stranger's forehead. They stand in silent communion as you look on. A few moments later, the stranger steps aside and resumes his place in the circle around the statue. The woman towards you. Excuse me. You are late, attendant. Even though her face is concealed, you sense her rage in her dangerously low voice and in the sudden silence of the others in the chamber.
I've been waiting on your reports. Quickly now, state your name and purpose.
I'm going to read the rest of this. The woman beckons you closer with curling fingers. She rests her open hand on your forehead, and you feel the heat from her palm through the thick material of your hood. Her voice is so low and soft that you're not certain whether she's speaking aloud or in your head. State your name and purpose. Oh, does it actually, like, give you the answers and there's nothing to be confused about? Oh, so I wrote all that for nothing. My name belongs to the gods, my hands to their service.
What company do you seek?
Is that not... I'm so tempted. I seek the company of shadows that our labors may remain secret.
Tell me of your labors.
To see that the craft of Kith and Wilder does not disturb what bones the gods have buried.
How do we know your purpose?
You shall know it by the confession of my tongue, and the deeds of my hand, and the oath on my soul. I asked you first.
And how is your oath guarded?
It is sealed by the leaden key.
Welcome, attendant. Tell me of your exploits.
In your mind, you see a building, magnificent with trellises and tiles, and located on a pristine boulevard. The wealthy and learned stroll in and out, trading knowledge and coin.
Does he wait still?
Oh, crap. Okay, this I wasn't quizzed on. I'll have to guess on this. Yet it also houses misery and madness. Somewhere within its rotten core sits a man, his hair matted but his eyes alert. He watches and waits, a prisoner by choice. Does he wait still? Yes.
Did they arrive?
The Acolyte's vision takes you out of Defiance Bay into a town in a wilderness with a windmill. A signpost on one of the paths reads, Deerford. Several figures huddled together, shrouded in cloaks and hoods. An image of ruins suddenly looms in your mind. Two skeletal effigies flank a cleft in a mountainside. No.
Your information shall be relayed. Now, for your next task.
The ruins fade from your mind, and in their place is a palimpsest of a neighborhood. Rundown estates are cobbled around a cemetery and an ancient tower. Savage shapes prowl the streets, and in the tower a man hunches over a strange mechanism. You can't see him clearly, but there's something unnatural about him. Rundown estates are cobbled around a cemetery and an ancient tower. Is she talking about Heritage Hill? Savage shapes prowl the streets.
Stop him. And above all, don't let him meet her.
You see a woman deathly pale with a scar over her heart. Do I know a woman is deathly pale with a scar over her heart? The Acolyte shows you a door in the base of the tower, a seemingly impenetrable slab of stone and copper. But then she shows you the invisible split between the perfectly matched halves, and you understand how the copper veins convert a command into action. The command comes to your mind, a surprising familiarity about it. You know how to open the door. I shall. Her hand rests lightly on your head. Have you any questions, attendant? Okay, so she wants me to go to Heritage Hill and open that tower. And I have not done that before. That will be the first time I've done that on a new game, or on this game at all, so that's actually pretty cool. I'm getting somewhere that I've not done before. Show me the prisoner. I know I better not ask her what is this place and who are you. That's probably really stupid. Show me the prisoner. In your mind, you see a building, magnificent with trellises and tiles and located on a pristine boulevard. The wealthy and learned stroll in and out, trading knowledge and coin. Yet it also houses misery and madness. Somewhere within this rotten core sits a man, his hair matted but his eyes alert. He watches and waits, a prisoner by choice. Where the hell she's talking about? Show me the ruins again. The Acolyte's vision takes you out of Defiance Bay into a town that you somehow know is called Deerford. Okay, well, we know where Deerford is. I've seen it on the map. Like, I wonder if the prisoner they're talking about is in, shoot. Brackenbury? Isn't Brackenbury where all the rich people are at? Wonder if that's in Defiance Bay. Farewell.
Yeah.
Earned a lot of money. Did not lose much to bandits this time. Yeah, I suspect actually having a conversation with her and getting into a fight with her is probably a bad idea. We came here for information gathering. We did that, so... She don't have anything to say. I was going to tell you, hey, it went well, but... Okay, so let's go out of here. Then again, maybe they're talking about Copper Lane too. But Brackenbury makes the most sense to me. Heritage Lane is the, or Heritage Hill rather, is the tower, though. And we know where Deerford is, I just don't know what the other thing is. The Steward of Caed Nua has received a letter for you. Durgan's Battery. What the heck's this all about? Okay.
A moment, please. I feel I should explain myself.
Okay.
About my episode in the catacombs. There's something I should have told you earlier.
So tell me now. He clasps his hands together, slowly massaging a knuckle with his thumb. I meant no harm. I thought I could keep it to myself. That when we resolved the matter of your soul, we would also address my problem.
I also have an awakened soul. But unlike yours, mine is a presence that shares my senses and my skin, making herself manifest at the most unwelcome times.
He closes his eyes and grits his teeth. His lips quiver and twitch with the vestiges of some internal debate. Several seconds later, he opens his eyes again. They're watery and bloodshot.
I'm sorry. I've tried to learn to control Isilmir. I've gotten stronger, but so has she.
Why didn't you say something sooner?
I learned to keep her a secret a very long time ago. Those with awakened souls are shunned, mistrusted. And after your experience with Meowald, I'm certain you can see why. You need to be careful.
Dude, you're literally in a party with somebody that's awakened. Why wouldn't you tell me about that? Tell me about Isilmir.
Artless, uncouth, a creature of rash impulses and feeble faculties. She wags her impertinent tongue when she should listen. Aye, this one's fit to boil. Hard to get this gaff over anything tisn't to do with books and spell speak.
He grimaces, running his hands through his hair. I have none of her memories. Bear spared me that much, but her coarse manners and intolerable heel speak suggest a provincial from a very, very long time ago. She tends to surface a hair's breadth from conflict when the fuse is burned down and teeth are on edge, and when she shows up, she doesn't stop to gauge the situation, she just acts. She seems reckless. That's it exactly. You recall the way she goaded those villagers in Gildavale. She doesn't think, and she doesn't back down. Trying to suppress that has been my problem for years. Is this going to be a problem?
Merely an annoyance. Although...
He lowers his voice and clasps his hands behind his back. Minute twitches and spasms along his arms betray his fidgeting.
Defiance Bay is said to have an entire institution dedicated to the study and cure of soul-related ailments.
Here we go.
Since our journeys have already brought us to the city, perhaps we could speak with someone there.
If it's helpful to you, we'll go.
Thank you. This has been a great burden.
Let's talk about something else. I'd like to know more about Isilmir. He raises an eyebrow such as, when did she awaken? My father was a strict man. He expected the best from his only child, and he didn't tolerate failure. His face becomes drawn. At times, he could be rather adamant, particularly when he'd been drinking. Isilmir manifested on one such occasion. To be honest, I don't remember the specifics, only that he was more careful with me after that. You said that you'd learned to hide her a long time ago. My mother instructed me to keep her a secret after she first emerged. She feared that knowledge of my awakening would render me an outcast. Even though Isilmir proved useful against my father, I trusted my mother's advice, and I've since come to see the wisdom behind it. Meowald is an extreme example, but one that I can relate to more and more each year. Could I talk directly to her? He gives you a taut frown. Her usurpations are uncomfortable enough. I'm not eager to invite her into my conscience more than necessary. Let's discuss something else. Indeed. That's all. Alright. I got some time left, and I didn't really want to start a main quest today. So let's get out of here. There's nothing else to do here. Actually, first things first, let's get Liquid's actual helmet back on and put this Wadika mask away for now. I need to remember not to throw that out. In case that ends up becoming important later, I might need another one. I'll throw your armor in there, Pelagina. Give that to Deer. Let's check this grimoire real quick. There's nothing new in there. Helig was apparently not a very talented mage. We'll put that away. What's going on, Tenwin? Well, the lockpicks I just had in my inventory because I figured they needed to be in my inventory. Can they go in my stash? Actually, can the grappling hooks and stuff go in my stash too? Will they get used, like, if some opportunity presents itself where they need to be used? Because if I don't have to have them in my inventory taking space, I'll absolutely take them out. Ah, cool. Okay. Did not know that. Then I can finally get all this stuff out of here. Actually, this can go back in there too. Potions and quick use items in your quick inventory. Okay.
Hey, Allah, can I, talk to your, your friend?
What is it about Isilmir? I'm right here, you know.
No, you're both great. It's just, well, I feel like I don't get to spend as much time with her, and she's just so funny. I mean, some of the things she says
Are not nearly as funny when you've been hearing them for 50 years.
Heh. Yeah, that's good, because I absolutely hate inventory clutter. Well, you're going to have to get over it, Dalton. I wasn't leaving that woman in an amulet. Trapped forever. Because she couldn't get over her. Alright, we want to go to Brackenberry. Let's go.
There's a woman can do some damage squeezing her legs together.
It isn't a parlor trick. Besides, she doesn't take orders well.
She has backbone, that woman. Does it scare you?
No, but I won't be responsible for what happens if you call her whore.
Durst is growing on me. He's entertaining. In fact, that's one thing I could say about this game. I actually am, like, digging all the characters that I've actually used a bit so far. They're very well done. Alright, I think there's actually a particular person we want to talk to, and I believe she's in the basement. Is it you? I'm looking for an expert on awakenings. She laughs bitterly. Ack, that would be me. The lack of research subjects has made me more of an expert in counting floorboards. I would like to transfer Animancy's success in buttressing pre-awakened souls to soothing those whose souls have already awakened. But I need subjects, and most of the patients here are too broken to produce reliable results. It is a tragedy to have come so far for nothing. You're in luck. I have a volunteer. She springs to the balls of her feet, beaming. Gallardi, who is it? Alos's lips curl into a frown. I don't know about this. She grins more broadly still. Don't be silly. The process is perfectly harmless. All you must do is stand in that cage. I beg your pardon. I jest. You Adirans are so uptight. I do not even know what the thing is used for. It belonged to the last occupant of this office, I think. Now they upgrade him to a cell. Again, I jest. Wait a minute. We're looking for a prisoner in a cell in a rich district. That must be the other thing that we're looking for. She rubs her hands together, getting down to business. So I need you to sit here. She takes Alof by the shoulders and steers him to the couch. And try to relax, but don't try too hard. Then you will not be relaxing. Indeed, his eyes are humorless. And you must also wear these. A little cold, but the copper will help conduct your essence. The Animancer fastens thick copper bands to Alof's forehead and wrists. As she ratchets them tighter, his face twitches with suppressed irritation. Now I will examine your soul through my scope. She reaches into her desk and produces a long chambered tube. Knobs, dials, and small tooth wheels run along the side of the device. It is fitted with Adra lenses cut to different thicknesses and concavities. By manipulating them, I find the angles and densities that will allow me to track the abnormalities in your soul. Does this mean we'll get to talk to Isilmir more? I like that lady. She raises a finger. But first we must find this cunning interloper. We will answer some personal questions while I make adjustments. Sagani pats his arm. Don't worry, I'm sure we won't hear any of it. Alof squirms on the couch. Very well. She holds the scope to her eye and flicks a knob. To begin, tell me something personal, something from a time before your awakening. There's nothing to tell. I was just a normal child living in the Sithwood. He looks to you. His face is set in a frown, but the rigid edges of apprehension show through nevertheless. What do you remember about your home? As you speak to Alof, you feel your voice like a bell in your chest. It tolls softly, luring him into the midst of his own memory. Belisige doesn't seem to notice anything, but you feel as if your words are smoothing his essence, untangling his many threads. He closes his eyes, comfortable, modest, quiet when Mother is away, which is most of the time. Quiet enough to hear the clink of glass on wood. This is when I know to be most careful. Father is good about hiding the bottles. Mother, when she is home, is good at pretending not to notice them. This is good. I am starting to see something. Continue. Tell us about the time you awakened. She bites her tongue as she twists one of the dials. I am in my 5th-year training. Mother is home. I can let my guard down a little because when she is around, he is usually only angry with her. But he has heard that I have had trouble casting missiles, that my flame shields are unstable. He is furious that I have failed, and Mother's presence reminds him that he has failed too. The first blow takes me by surprise. One moment I am sweeping the kitchen, the next I am sprawled on the ground, stupidly looking at flecks of my blood on the tile. His boots, glistening with fresh polish, thud across the floor. He kicks me in the stomach, and I curl up to shield my vitals, but it's pointless. Protecting one thing only leaves something else exposed. Still huddled on the ground, I retreat as fast as I can. I retreat until the vision of the kitchen and my own trembling knees is nothing but a pinprick against a field of black. His jaw locks and his eyes twitch beneath their lids. Excuse me. Medicio. Belisige furiously cranks the knobs along her scope. He's hypnotized himself with his old memory. You've got to bring him out of it, quickly. I almost have it. Squeeze Alof's hand. You're safe, everything's fine. Alof's eyes snap open, but the expression you see in them isn't his. He's near safe when I hap upon him. Belisige sucks a deep breath going through her teeth. That's it. I'm seeing a shift in his essence, something spreading and congealing. She glances at you over her scope. Keep talking, he seems to respond to you. What brought you here? Crackling bones and voices high in ire. That warm molasses feeling that crips down your gut when crisis is nigh. That's different. Dalfedo, we have flares of a totally distinct essence. She jots shorthand notes onto the pages next to her and turns one clicking knob over her scope. Now try to get the two of them talking. Isilmir, tell Alof why you've awakened. Fie, he's the one needing me, hiding in his own bone bag like a turtle in his shell. Alof's face twists in a fury. I never turned it over to you. Good, yes, good. Yes, very good. She rests from her scribbling only to make another adjustment to her scope. I can now see two separate patterns of essence. Where he ebbs, the other flows. It's as if the awakened soul fills the spaces that he leaves empty. She prompts you with a circling of her wrist, quill still in hand. Go on. Alof, what's this about ceding space to Isselmir? He grits his teeth painfully. I've given her nothing. She usurps me in my own body. Aye, and I lent him a pair, too. You should ask what I did that alt man of his. How the last time he laid a hand on us, I break it in 3 places. Alof's head jerks to his side. That wasn't your decision. I've never been your decision. I was awakening, but now I'm stuck with ye, and damned if I'll let your ninnying drag us both through the scooper. Ack, very good. She lowers her scope and consults her notes. I think I finally got something we can work with. I've tracked Isselmir's essence through the exchange. She had a particularly high density index during the most heated portions of their argument, and her essence seemed to localize most clearly in the lower portion of the subject's left ribcage. That's right around the spleen, which of course means that she is triggered by black bile. No doubt the subject's characteristic melancholy is to blame. Hang on one sec. Jaws, come here. Jaws is having a hissy fit because the neighbor's dog is barking. Oh, calm down. What are you whining about? Why are you suddenly upset because another dog is barking? Half the time you don't care. Jaws is the baby of the house. Calm down. Look, Copper doesn't even care, and Copper's the one that has anxiety. Relax. Jaws. You might hear him for a little bit. Alof blinks back at you, and in the midst of his perturbation, you're not quite sure who's looking out of his eyes. That's utter horseshit. Jaws, come here. Calm down. Sagani's eyes are wide and innocent. It does seem as though she's got one thing right. She glares at him. Yes, never mind my years of training. I suppose you have a better explanation? You're close. I think Isselmir's appearances are related to potential sources of trouble for Aloth. Bella Siege carefully scratches her jaw, her gaze darting between you and Aloth. I suppose that could be true. She jots another note. I'll have to check this against other research. Excuse me. Here moves the copper bands. Well and good for you, but what does this mean for me? Bella Siege frowns at her notes, tapping her cheek with a quill and making a grand show of concentration. However, you can catch her stealing a glance at you over the pages. See, Isselmir tries to take control from you when she thinks you can't face a problem on your own. You can't let her make these decisions for you. She did you a favor by dealing with your father, didn't she? I think she's trying to help you stand up for yourself. You may not like her methods, but you should hear her out. Excuse me. Seems that Isselmir steps in when she determines that you're in danger. It's not clear yet whether this is a help or a hindrance. She did you a favor by dealing with your father, didn't she? I think she's just trying to help you stand up for yourself. You may not like her methods, but you should hear her out. If you had to listen to her half as much as I do, you wouldn't say that. He scowls, but you notice something thoughtful in his frown. I've got a lot to process. Regardless, thank you for your help, Liquid. He does not look at Bella Siege. She sets her notes on her desk and returns to her scope. Well, I hope this has been useful to you as it has been to me. I finally have material worth publishing. You'll be the toast of Ravua Fentri Aloth. His grimace melts into a crooked smile. Aye, advancing the right-wise principles of animancy, just what you've always wanted. As you turn to leave, you catch a darting movement out of the corner of your eye. Bella Siege is humming to herself, still occupied with her scope, but Aloth is holding her notes. He's just about to tuck him into his cloak when he catches you watching. He holds a finger to his lips, his eyes wide and imploring. Please, I don't want my personal information published like this. Not after that. Not after her nonsense. Fair enough, but do it quietly. I'm sure I owe Aloth for a few fights. He hides the papers in his cloak. Not to worry, we'll see to this on our own.
Huh?
Alright, so that's done. Now, whatever the heck prisoner thing we're looking for in here has got to be behind one of these key doors. And we're probably going to figure it out another time, but I just want to see if these guys have anything to say. It doesn't look like it. So we'll probably have to ask around about this key. But the next thing we're going to do is probably go back to Caed Nua. And then I may end up stopping early today just for a bit. Don't know what the heck this dog's barking at across the street, but still barking. Yeah, let's head to Caed Nua for the moment. Since I got another messenger there, maybe I'll deal with Gathbin tomorrow.
Next time we get the chance, I'm buying you a pint.
That means a lot, Adair.
Oh, do you want one too? Sorry, I meant for Isselmere. I'll get you one too.
Alright, let's head to Caed Nua.
Better indeed.
Supplicant has arrived from Defiance Bay, seeking 500 CP or an escort. Well, I might as well give you an escort. Give me a second, guys. Alright, I'm back. I see what's going on at cable companies outside. Actually, kind of in front of my house. I have no idea what they're doing. So if I dip offline, you'll know why. The stream ends. I'm going to be stopping here in a bit anyway. Supplicant has arrived. Let's... Leaving in 3 days, 22 hours if ignored, -5 prestige, plus 0 security for 3 days. Minor reputation with Defiance Bay. Pay off 500. I'll send an escort. I'll just give him Lilith. Lilith can handle it. She's not doing anything. Am I still building something? Finished in 5 hours. The chapel will be okay. Let's real quick. He said something about a messenger, I thought. There he is, probably. Farewell. Supplicant. Oh, wait, you're just supplicant. My lord, I have an important matter which requires your attention. Maybe I gotta talk to the throne. Here you go.
My lord, you've received a letter, delivered with some urgency as it happens. I thought the messenger might swoon, poor dear. It's from Stalwart. Apparently the mayor, Renengild, has heard of your success here at Cadnua and hopes you can be of aid to her people as well.
What does Renengild want?
Stalwart is a mining community, and at one time they enjoyed a great deal of influence. Renengild hopes to reclaim old glories, I expect. It seems she's intent on gaining access to Durgan's battery. And she's offering quite the reward to anyone who can get inside.
What is Durgan's battery?
The dwarves of the battery fashioned Durgan steel, and with it they crafted the finest arms and armor the Dyrwood has ever known. But the keep has been abandoned for centuries, and none remain that know their secrets.
I think I remember this now.
There are many legends concerning the battery. As the Earl told it, the dwarves fought amongst themselves, each seeking to use the battery to further his or her own ambitions. Greed and cruelty brought down the battery, and now the spirits of those same dwarves roam the halls. Whatever happened, the battery has been impenetrable ever since. A shame. I don't doubt that there are great treasures still within those halls.
This sounds a lot like this game's version of the Keep from Baldur's Gate. Durlag's Keep or whatever it was. Perhaps I'll pay Stoward a visit. I'm sure the wonders of the battery are a marvel to behold, but if the passes through White March were to open again, it would be a boon to merchants of the Republics and the Dyrwood, of course.
I should mention that among those rumored to have answered Renengild's summons is a certain group I believe you may have an interest in.
The Blue Man Group?
Followers of Woodica, intent on reaching Stalwart and the battery. I do not know what they seek there, but I thought it worth mentioning, given your interest in the ruins at Defiance Bay. Now that I've delivered Renengild's message, there is also a local matter of some concern, my lord. A mercenary band has been sighted to the northeast. I believe they mean to take Consul Hot's tower, and I don't expect the Archmage will go quietly.
Consul Hot's one of the greatest wizards of our generation!
Alof fidgets and flutters, facilitating between anxiety and excitement. He appears to be at a loss for words.
The Torn Bannermen are a deadly fighting force, and Consul Hot himself has sent many travelers to their graves. I would caution you to stay clear of the region if you do travel to the White March. It is not that I doubt your courage, my lord, but Consul Hot alone boasts power of a different scale altogether to those foes you have faced thus far. Given more time, perhaps, you will match him. If the Bannermen succeed in their efforts, I fear they may turn their attention to Cadnua. I will keep you apprised of the situation, my lord.
Who is Consul Hot?
A famed archmage. I am given to understand that the Brackenberry Sanitarium puts much stock in his work, as regards the manipulation of the soul. His spells are widely circulated. But he is poorly regarded in many circles. Some call him a madman, or else cruel and barbarous. He must be very old by now. Perhaps that is why the Torn Bannermen believe they can best him.
Do you know anything about these mercenaries?
Little enough, I'm afraid. The Torn Bannermen are well supplied and well organized, and there are rumors that they are backed by an unknown benefactor. They have proved remarkably effective in the past, and they are certainly a threat now.
Farewell.
Safe travels, my lord.
Yeah, one of these, I think is Durgan's battery, is supposed to be fairly rough. Like something I should save for a while. Alright, so that's everything else taken care of. I think I'm going to stop here.